I took a career break to raise my kids and now I feel like a failure. Today, we're going to talk about the modern woman life cycle. It is the quintessential roadmap of the path that women in 2025 are taking to end up alone with their dog or cat in their 40s and 50s. Look back at their life with nothing but regret. So, just to recap, modern women will go to a high-priced institution, get a degree that nobody cares about to put themselves in a whole bunch of debt, and will burden them for the rest of their lives. After they learn in school, all they learn in school is how to be disagreeable and how to use men. Modern women, number 2, modern women will get a job that is too stressful and does not care about them. In reality, the job isn't that hard or stressful, but the women will convince themselves that it is. 3, modern women will feel entitled to a certain lifestyle when they begin their careers and will buy houses and cars they can't afford or spend all their money on travel while ignoring their student loan debt. Modern women at stage 4 will wake up between the ages of 33 to 37, rush to have kids, find a husband, or do both. Step 5, modern women will hit their late 30s and early 40s, try to get pregnant by a loser or go through IVF. Step 6, modern women will start on antidepressants or become alcoholics, either or. We don't discriminate here. Step 7, women will buy a dog or a cat and die alone. So today we're going to talk about the slight variation of the modern woman life cycle. There are women who choose to have kids when they are young, but choose their careers for their kids. These women, just like women in the modern women life cycle, paid too much for a degree to get a job that doesn't pay well, and are usually in positions out the door, are in positions that are out the door when an economic downturn happens. These women neglect their children, causing serious damage to them in their development. Many of these women miss their children's first words, first steps, and formative early years. And for what? The average salary of a woman with a degree in the United States is still around $50,000 a year. Is this still enough compensation to miss out on important things in their kids' lives? Sadly, if you ask many of these career women, they would say yes. So we are going to talk about women regretting picking kids over her career. Can you imagine like the kids reading this? Like, can you imagine, like, you're like, oh, mom wrote an article today. Oh, let's see what it said. Mom! Like, can you imagine? Okay. I took a career break to raise my kids and now I feel like a failure. Every other Saturday, British Vogue resident Agony Aunt Eva Wiseman answers questions about life. Okay, so here we go. All right, a few years ago, I was flying high at work, but when my husband got the opportunity to almost double his salary by working far away from home 3 nights a week, juggling my job and caring for my young son, juggling my job and caring for my young son all got too much for me, and I decided to quit. At first, it felt liberating, but after a year, I was ready to go back to work. Turned out it was really hard to find a job. I couldn't get a similar job to my old one, despite having tons of interviews. I eventually took a job that I find boring because I'm overqualified. Now I feel like a complete loser, and I'm full of regret for giving up my career. Plus, I can't help but feel bitter and angry with my peers, one of who is now a CEO at a really cool company and has 3 kids. So translation, they paid a nanny to raise the kids, right? She didn't want to do it. She had someone else do it. I feel weak and pathetic and like I'm being punished for it. And I'm in a job I hate partially because I don't want to look like I've failed. So question for Eva, drop her an email so you can ask this person. Firstly, you did not give up. You just didn't. You left work because that was the right decision for your family at the time. But then what happened was work left you. After having a child, many parents discover, first slowly but then fast, the realities of a painfully unbalanced world, suddenly seeing for themselves how a lack of a flexible working arrangement and affordable childcare is preventing many thousands of women from progressing in their career. So this is AKA, I wasn't going to progress in my career anyway, otherwise I wouldn't have given it up, but I want to blame it on something, so I'm going to blame it on the kids. That's the translation. Working mothers might be the norm today, but large flakes of the old patriarchy remain in all kinds of work and also in relationships. It's quantifiable. A campaign around the motherhood penalty last year revealed that the gap between mothers and fathers in the UK has grown by nearly a pound an hour since 2020. On average, mothers earn 24 cents less an hour than fathers in 2023, a penalty of $4.44 an hour. One consequence of this is that because women earn less than their male partners, it makes sense, as you found, for them to be the one to leave their jobs when it becomes untenable for both parents to work. As it's hard to return, even with the new knowledge you've gained about interpersonal relationships and negotiation, patience, and budgeting from having a kid, some new employers are suspicious of your career break, or somehow they don't want to pay for career number 2, right? So they're like a maternity leave. Oh no, we're not doing that. Okay, or certain somehow that your brain has defrosted in times of motherhood. All previous experience and sense now surely replaced with nap times or Lego. And they say this is the world's hardest job. Or they're unwilling to employ somebody they believe will never prioritize work or will no doubt leave in 10 minutes to have another baby. Yeah, there you go. Be gentler on yourself. These failures are not your own. They are the failures, of course, of our society. One that pays lip service to the pursuit of equality but refuses to adapt in order to accommodate those who have caregiving responsibilities. If you can't afford to, I think you should quit the job you hate. Stop talking yourself down. You're not weak or pathetic. You're not a failure. You're simply a woman struggling to find fulfilling work in a world designed for men and struggling with politics and identity shifts that come with motherhood. Once you start being sweeter to yourself, you will be able to rediscover the ambitious drive that you saw flying high and find a job that offers growth and satisfaction. No promises, but maybe. And one more thing, you need to stop comparing yourself to other mothers. It's silly, and it only makes you feel worse. Stop it. The CEO with the kids, she has nothing to do with you, your life, or your careers. Wow, that's actually the only good advice I've ever heard a woman give. Stop comparing yourself to other women. All right, for all you know, despite the job and the children, she is struggling too. In fact, I am sure she is, undoubtedly. Countless sacrifices she is making when she appears to excel. It's probably that. Like you, some of them feel imposed upon her by that great, brutish hands that nudge one's life as they age, pushing and bruising even the best laid plans. So there's your advice. Leave your job, go gentler on yourself. Don't compare yourself to other women and fight the patriarchy. Go.